The mystery of being here has never left me alone. The deep desire to know the unknowable shaped me into being an explorer. I realized the pursuit of being conventionally successful was for me a waste of time. Instead, my pursuit became freedom, time, knowledge. I've risked it all for creativity, love, truth. I've existed in ugly, desperate places, and I've also experienced the kind of bliss and contentment that I think will allow me to die with no regrets. I'm just one of billions, and this is my attempt to find purpose in the chaos, documenting my blip in the infinite. Maybe you'll find something you were looking for. Maybe you're just killing time. Either way, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you enjoy this video diary of a hopeful romantic. Hey guys! So I'm going to attempt to cycle to Koenji, which is one of my favorite areas for shopping in Tokyo, especially at the weekend because it's not as busy or well known as Harajuku and Shibuya, but they have some really nice curated vintage stores and some thrifty stores too. It is 36 degrees outside, so I'm a bit worried about cycling. I need to make sure I have lots of water, some UV protection, and I'm gonna wear a cap as well, and hopefully it'll go smoothly. But yeah, I'm just so excited to be getting out of the house because I have been sick and just recovering from various procedures for the last few weeks, or the last month. I've just been honestly living at home. I've barely done anything, so I'm just keen to have some me time and go on an adventure. Before I go out, I'm literally on my hands and knees turning this Monchichi head into a charm because I think it really goes well on my bag. I want it in a gacha machine, but I don't like the chain that it came with. I don't really like the color red, and I don't really wear gold. So I've ripped that off, and I actually got some stuff to make your own custom bag charms. So I am turning this cute little head into a silver chain bag charm. It's gonna look so cute. Sometimes you gotta customize. Already very cute. Okay, and then the little heart. I actually got this from the Hyakuen store, which is the dollar store here. I didn't actually add the heart, but I did attach it to my bag with just the silver ball chain. And the bag I thrifted at the Oi Racecourse Flea Market here in Tokyo. Love it. Just finished filming a June favorites video for my Patreon. I thrifted so many amazing things over the last month. So I did like a little show and tell of some of my favorite finds. Can you guys see the color coordination that's going on in my wardrobe? It hasn't really been intentional. I think I just gravitate towards certain colors, but it's so perfect because everything just matches. Last night I was accidentally up until like 2 in the morning. Usually go to bed at like 10:30, but I guess I've just been really enjoying spending time with my Switch and the new game that I'm playing, which is Fae Farm. It's like a life sim fairy farming game. Pretty obsessed at the moment. Had a quick outfit change because I just bumped into one of my share house friends who was going for a walk, and I was like, I actually really want to go for a walk too. I feel like I just had lunch and my digestion's just not been the best recently, so I feel like having a walk after I've just had lunch will just help with my gut. I actually am going to take her to this shrine that I randomly discovered when I was cycling to Koenji. It's just like a 10-minute walk from our house, so I think that'll be really cute. Just a little quick peek at the look. This thrifted top and skirt. These boots, which were from ASOS, and this necklace was from Etsy.
500 million to over 2 billion years old.
That's crazy.
The third layers you can see come from the intense deformation and recrystallization process that happens during metamorphosis, often as a part of ancient continental collusions or mountain building events.
Wow, that's so cool. We just learned that the color of these hydrangeas are due to the acidity of the soil. They can be blue, pink or purple based on the acidity of the soil, and they're all next to each other, but they're all different colors. How cool is that? 今日は気分のどうでしたか？
めっちゃいいです。暑い。
はい、暑いですね。Oh, I want to say, I want to start YouTube again, but I don't know how to say.
Thank you very much.
はい、ホテルの名前はザ・ディア・パーク・インです。
The Deer Park Inn.
はい、はい。I just arrived in Nara. I'm literally beaming right now because I just got into my room. As soon as I stepped in here, I was like, I need to stay an extra night. Just the drive through Nara, seeing all the deer, seeing the baby deer. Oh my god. And then driving up to where I'm staying, which is literally like inside the deer park. So many gorgeous temples, so much green. I was like, I need to stay an extra night. And let me just show you my room quickly. It's very basic, but it's gorgeous and so bright, and literally outside of the window a deer. Like, I actually can't. I love a solo trip, and I was just thinking how great it is to travel alone, and people often ask me advice on how to travel alone and not be afraid to travel alone and how to enjoy time alone. And honestly, the way that I really feel is I literally love doing what Mika wants to do. I love curating my dream days. I love going at my own pace. I love literally not having to compromise at all. It feels like the most self-indulgent, loving gift to myself. So I brought my tripod with me so I can document this momentous, gorgeous, indulgent trip and be shameless and confident. And yeah, the invitation for me on this trip is to really just be happy and sentimental and romantic, and I just love how I date myself and really take care of myself. The whole reason that I booked this trip actually was because I was anticipating feeling really heavy this week. I think the lead up to this week has been subconsciously quite challenging for me because tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary of my partner's suicide. And so I wanted to be somewhere that could really like hold me. This is the place. Like, I actually want to cry just thinking about how beautiful of a place that this is to be on an anniversary that is so heavy. This is really special. It's special to be here. It's special to be living in Japan and be able to take this trip and be in a good enough place to just like spend a lot of time alone, like especially around this day. Like, it's just, that's very beautiful and that's very powerful, and I feel powerful. Day 2, Nara. This is my first full day, and this is also the 2-year anniversary of Caleb's death, and honestly I'm actually feeling really good today. You know, I got all dressed up, like I'm excited for my plans. I did some journaling this morning, and for the first time in like a long time spoke just directly to him, you know, writing to him. I think I'm gonna make a video for my Patreon on those kind of reflections. Grief 2 years on. I think I'm just feeling very like optimistic. Like, it feels so different than it did this time last year. Also, I'm sorry, there's like a wind chime shop across the road. Today I'm just going to focus on being really slow, intentional, romantic, and I'm just kind of inviting him along with me. I guess let's just have a nice day today. So I bought a tanzaku for the Tanabata festival, which is today, the 7th of July, and I only know about this because my Japanese teacher, Chio-san, she told me about this festival and that I should go to the temple and write a wish on a piece of bamboo and then hang it at the temple. And then I looked up what the origins of the festival Tanabata is all about, and the story actually, I don't know, it made me feel really close to Caleb because it's about two star-crossed lovers that only get to meet on the 7th of July when the veils are thin and they can travel across the Milky Way galaxy. And I was like, it's funny because I just feel like the closest to him on this day. I also got myself a fortune as well. These fortunes are written in English, and I picked the 7th deer in the row. Let's read it together. It's a moderately good fortune. It has basically a bunch of different categories. I'm probably going to read it later actually because it's a bit long. Anyway, it's time to write my wish on bamboo. I think I already know what my wish is going to be, but I'm going to keep it a secret. Last full day in Nara, rocking the natural hair today. It's just so hot that I was like, I feel like I should try not to wear a wig and do something with the barnet. I'm having like a spontaneous gut remission, which I really want to dive into psychosomatic chronic illness, because it's like something has switched in my brain and my belief system that has seriously affected my health, and I just feel so amazing right now in my body and so safe in my body. So I'm gonna go get a coffee and I'm just gonna have like a stroll. I really like just getting lost in Nara, especially like where I'm staying. It's like really embedded in nature and you can just walk out the house and stumble into something magical. Botanical gardens are closed today, which I'm gutted about because I wanted to go yesterday, but it was just too hot. And I thought I'll go tomorrow morning, and then realized this morning that it's closed today, so that's not great. I might do a traditional tea ceremony or something instead. I feel like that would be really cute. No plan is my plan. I put in Google Maps just a random route to go to the old town, and it's taken me on this like secluded forest trail, and it's so beautiful, and I'm literally the only person walking through the forest right now. I love it when things are just so spontaneously delicious and unexpected. Today I am getting a haircut. I haven't had a haircut in years because honestly I don't think I've ever had a haircut that I liked. I honestly think maybe I just don't like my hair, like, and it's really sad. Like I just really struggle to make it work for me. I think part of it is that I just don't feel like it suits my style, which is a weird thing to say, but like I feel like curly hair is so bohemian, and so I feel like I need to dress bohemian in order for me to pull off my hair, which is so stupid. But at the same time, the aesthetic that I really gravitate towards, it's more like edgy. Like I love colored hair, I love edgy hairstyles, but it's just really hard to do with curly hair. The main thing that I see is like the shag haircut, which I think looks really cool, or like the little pixie mullet, and I definitely contemplated it, but I'm so scared that like I won't like it and then I'll be stuck with a really edgy hairstyle. And so I really like to wear wigs, you know. It means I don't have to style my hair, it means I can have my dream hair without damaging my hair, but I really want to try to like and embrace my curly hair by getting a curly haircut, something that will really bring out like the volume and definition of my curls. This is it all like without layers, and I know that the more layers it has, like the more shape it'll have. I'm not sure what type of curly hair I have. I know there's different numbers for the type of curls, and I actually don't really know what I have. I don't know if people will consider it wavy or curly. So yeah, I'm going to Harajuku to get a curly haircut, and I'm just gonna go all in. I'm gonna try and have a drastic change. I just want to see what will happen when I like try and do a haircut that looks good for curly hair, and maybe I can embrace my hair a little bit more. And if I don't like it, plan B is dye it pink and cut it all off, which is obviously really exciting. And I think that like a pink fairy mullet would look really cute. How cute would that be? I honestly dream about it, but it's like it's taken me so many years to grow my hair out to this length and have it this healthy. We'll just give it a go, and hopefully I love my hair. We'll see. Here's my new hair. It is a big change for me, and I did have a bit of a mental breakdown because of just how much got cut off. I will say, you know, it does look similar to my reference photos. I think maybe it's just a case of whether or not I think it suits me. And a lot of people were saying that when you first get curly haircuts, sometimes it does take a while for you to sink into the hairstyle, for your curls to recover from the shock of the haircut. I didn't even realize that was a thing. I think I'm really like learning a lot about curly hair and about my hair from having this haircut. So that's where I'm at with the hair. Obviously I'm just gonna have to learn to embrace it, but I still am contemplating doing a more drastic hairstyle. Like, do I just go all out? And because without it tucked behind my ears, I feel like it's just giving a bit like 80s rock star like Kiss vibes, which isn't exactly what I was going for, but I just don't know if my hair can do the thing that I want it to. I'll figure out how to style it, I think, but I always have my wigs. So now I'm gonna edit this vlog, and I'm so excited to post it because the first one was just so well received, and I just feel like my heart is so full of gratitude from everybody's support and reflections and words of affirmation. I just felt quite nervous and quite neutral about my upload. I wanted to detach from how it was going to go or be perceived, because I guess it just felt very vulnerable, and so I'm very grateful that everyone has open hearts and resonate with my story and this chapter of my life. Starting over, rediscovering and reinventing myself, living such a different life out here in Japan, and I really want to show more of my life in Japan as well. So we have that to look forward to together. This adventure will now be a shared adventure, documenting here and with weekly uploads on my Patreon. So thank you for coming along for the journey.